Clancy. Next up, we have John Godfrey, the Senior Vice President of Samsung Electronics America. Based in Washington, D.C., he leads Samsung's public policy team in the engagement with government and industry, focusing on communications policy, digital television, wireless spectrum, healthcare, environment, broadband, cybersecurity, privacy, and other areas. So please give a warm welcome to John Godfrey.
Thanks. Welcome to Samsung. Welcome to the Samsung Solutions Center, this amazing space that we moved into in November of last year. My office is here on this floor, and I never get tired of the view. I want to thank MIT for accepting our invitation to host the Grand Hack DC here and bring together this amazing group of students and clinicians, entrepreneurs, policymakers, innovators for this weekend. Veterans. We're excited to see what's going to happen here. We can't think of any better place than in sight of the Washington Monument, the U.S. Capitol, to address some of the nation's greatest healthcare challenges. I want to say thanks to Dr. Carolyn Clancy and our co-sponsors of the event, the Veterans Health Administration, Dr. Clancy, for coming to address all of us here today. I thought that was very inspiring. The Samsung story is, I want to share a little bit with you. We have been here in the United States for more than 40 years. Our anniversary was last year. And we have over 20,000 employees in the United States. We have invested over $30 billion into the United States during those 4 decades. The biggest part of that is in my hometown, Austin, Texas, where Samsung Austin Semiconductor is a huge state-of-the-art semiconductor manufacturing facility, $17 billion there and counting. Last year we opened a $380 million state-of-the-art home appliance factory in Newberry, South Carolina. Maybe most of relevance to y'all is we've invested more than $6.6 billion in strategic startup investments over the years in fields like AI, Internet of Things, security, healthcare, and potentially in the future some of your startup companies. So through our partnerships and our investments in America, we really feel committed to, through innovation and technology advance, helping to spur economic growth and opportunity in the United States. Our motto, which you may have seen in some of our TV commercials, is do what you can, which reflects our commitment to providing solutions that help people achieve the impossible. And I hope that vision will motivate you this weekend as you develop new innovations. Our vision is grounded in a remembrance of where we came from and how we got here. Samsung was born in South Korea after the Korean War, and the shared sacrifice between South Korea and the United States is very important to the company. There's a real sense of gratitude to America's service members and veterans, and veterans' causes have always been very important to Samsung. We have supported the American Legion Scholarship with a $5 million endowment over the last 20 years. We have supported the Fisher House Foundation, which operates homes in cities throughout the country where families of veterans and service members who are getting treatment at a VA hospital or at a military base, where their family members can stay free of charge while their loved one is being cared for. And we're a technology partner to the Fisher House Foundation. But I would say that the most significant contribution we want to make, or the most significant part of our commitment to veterans, is actually through our technology and our innovations. We, in this partnership with MIT and VHA, hope to showcase some of that this weekend. But I'd also like to, give you just a couple of examples. First, Samsung is very deeply invested in the potential of value-based healthcare services. Dr. Clancy talked about the importance of some of these, like telehealth, remote patient monitoring, and virtual care. These are things that will have a profound impact on every aspect of VHA's ability to care for veterans, especially the population that is so widely dispersed in rural areas where they may not be very close to their care provider. We are empowering multiple commercial healthcare solutions. You know, we're not a medical device company per se, except we have a medical device wing that makes certain pieces of medical equipment. But what I'm really want to focus you on is our mainstream devices, our tablets, our phones, and our wearables, which we think are really powerful platforms for healthcare innovation. Right off the shelf, our smartphones and wearables come with built-in sensors that can capture health data from the moment they're turned on without any extra hardware and software. Galaxy Gear S3 wearable has heart rate and blood oxygen sensing capability built in. Our Galaxy smartphones have those as well. Other sensors, motion sensors, a lot of ways innovators can to make use of those. Our TAA compliant tablets, which like the phones, are secured with NOx defense grade security, are speeding access to patient records and enabling processes like patient data sharing, setting appointments, ordering prescriptions to take place anytime, anywhere, and deliver care to most vulnerable populations, including veterans. And in fact, for those of you in the VA health system, you should know that Samsung has specific mobile solutions supporting the BHA Connected Care telehealth program available today. We've also been working with other partners in healthcare to develop breakthrough digital health solutions. I'm going to give you just 3 examples. Last year, Samsung partnered with Cedars-Sinai Medical Center and some other partners to evaluate the use of virtual reality for pain reduction and therapeutic purposes. I don't know if any of you have ever tried on the Samsung Gear VR, which is a headset that works with a Samsung smartphone to provide effective but also cost-effective VR experiences. And the healthcare concept is simple. The patient wears VR and kind of goes to a happy place while they're experiencing a stressful or painful procedure. And our trials have showed significant pain reduction that actually lasted beyond the end of the VR session. And this is done without any opioids, which is really important these days. We also recently piloted a cardiac rehabilitation application with a large healthcare organization using our Fit wearable, which is kind of a fitness tracker. And the patients were sent home after they had heart surgery with an application for their wearable through which the doctor could remotely guide them in getting their heart rate up and reporting how they felt. And after you've had heart surgery, a really important part of the recovery protocol is to do that periodically. And traditionally, the patients have to go back to their healthcare provider and get on a treadmill and do the stress test. And a very high percentage of patients don't complete the protocol because it's too much of a hassle. And I would imagine that that's even higher for people who live in really remote places where it's very difficult to get back to their healthcare provider. So what we found is that the patients significantly increased their rate of completion of the rehab protocol, which is known to reduce the rate of having to go back in for heart surgery again, which nobody wants that. And as a last example, we are partnered with Insulet, which is a leading provider of FDA-approved insulin pump technology. They make a really interesting pump that you wear on a patch on your arm under your shirt. And it is controlled wirelessly with secure Bluetooth. They chose our smartphones as the controller based on the best-in-class defense-grade cybersecurity and the NOx security platform I mentioned, because I want to make it really clear that although they were using an off-the-shelf Android phone, it was not going to be possible for malicious software to interfere with the control of the insulin pump, which obviously would be bad. So these are just a few ideas from our experience of how technology can be used to hack medicine. Not fair using those ideas unless you improve on them. If you improve on them, then have at it. But I know you're going to come up with a lot of great ideas this weekend. So, I want to close by saying that one of the biggest opportunities for healthcare innovation is to pull together and collaborate across boundaries, as we're doing this weekend, between academia and government and industry. That's why we're here this weekend. That's why we're partnering with VHA and MIT to expand veterans' access to care, also reduce the cost of care, and improve the end user experience for patients and for clinicians. All of our participants, I hope you will make use of the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 smartphones. Those are the big ones with the S Pen. Very powerful phone that we have made available for you to use if you want to. I understand that the rules are it's optional, but I would encourage you to use that. And or the Gear S3 wearables like this one. We've made available Samsung SDKs and the VA APIs for patient data. And you can learn more about all of this at the help desk up on the 7th floor. And listen carefully. As Dr. Clancy mentioned, although I don't think she gave you all the details, but the team from each track that has made the best use of the Note 9 and or S3 devices will win the Breakthroughs That Matter award, and every team member will receive a new Samsung Galaxy Note 9. So good luck. I know all of you are going to have an impact on healthcare for veterans and for our nation, and for that I say thank you.